have made some huge blunders. So, I mean, I'm a little concerned about the fact that, you know, he's up against Hey Pro, who always manages to get some pretty solid wins in Zerg vs. Zerg at MLG. Hey Pro actually very quietly has gotten a number of significant Zerg vs. Zerg wins at MLGs, but of course they never quite end up being capped. Because when you have, at MLGs, when you have, you know, tournaments as stacked as those, you know, people are like, do we want to do Puma versus MC? Or Hey Pro versus any other Zerg, you know, that's like, well, Zerg vs. Zerg is not the biggest crowd favorite matchup, but I do think that Idra might struggle. Yeah.
What team is he with? I thought he lost to Idra Machine last time.
Hey Pro did? We might be thinking of another MLG, so I know that Zerg vs. Zerg was one of his most confident matchups for a long time, and he had some good wins on there. And I think Yellow is a total wild card, but I also think Ruby is a total wild card as well. So it's like a very odd group. For some reason, I'm starting to feel like Idra might not be able to get into the top 2 spots, just because, like, very recently his results just have not quite been up there. With Boxer, I definitely think we'll be able to take the win.
Move on to Pool B, Kibikaki Bomber, In Control, Chef, and Puma. Jeff, obviously, infantry, if you get one first guy.
Earlier in the day, I did my this group is easy joke, so I think I'm not gonna run that one here. I mean, obviously, you guys talk about the lack of Europeans in this group. I think that's a big mistake by MLG. You need to spread them out a little bit more so they all have a chance to win their groups. But here we do have Puma, Bomber, Chef, and Kibikaki. Chef's like ungodly good. It's actually frustrating. He plays with the fucking keyboard on his lap. It's like the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It looks like he's jerking off while playing against me. But he's really good at it. He's like, he starts getting quicker and quicker down there, and like, the roaches, and I'm like, on the other side, just freaking out, because he's a really good DVP player, so it's going to be tough. I got to play him in MLG Global Invitational. I had 2 close games against him. I 6-gated him, and I also tried to do a macro game on Tyler Walters, and he kind of choked me out, didn't let me take a 4th. But in both those games, I felt like I had a beat, and I just made a couple mistakes and lost the game. So I'm on the verge, and I'm, you know, reevaluating my practice and mindset, and I'm going to this LG with more optimistic mindset. So hopefully I can play against